What's up, Guardians? It's your boy Octane, and today's legendary lost sector is Athenian's Rest, and it's on the Dreaming City. Let's talk about artifacts. Okay, so I put a little bit of solar on top of my Strand build because I'm rocking Strand because we're using Tekin, and I want to try to benefit that. Okay, this is my loadouts, Servitor's Lance, Tekin, and the new Exotic Heavy, but there'll be a DIM link below. So let's talk a little bit about these Surges, threats, and the modifiers. So the green is surges. That's what subclasses you want to use. Threats means incoming damage. And then the red is 25% bonus if you use that shot, like that frame type, shotguns, machine guns, whatever it is, that week. Now let's get into the lost sector. DIM link will be below for these builds. I will also have a Titan build coming. Try to get it out before I have to go to work, but I have to go to work soon. So, Tekin Bow is going to be very useful. It's going to be pretty much the same loadout on the Titan as this. Okay, so Tekin Bow is very useful because you have a lot of Scions, and they keep cloning themselves. So, now, if you haven't been in the new raid to get this line rifle fusion, that's okay. There's one other solar line rifle fusion, and you can use whatever heavy you would like. But make sure, in my opinion, make sure you bring something that's really good at precision hits, because rocket launchers will not do for these unstops because they have the shields and they work very well. See, that's the unstop I'm talking about. Like, because it's a freaking phalanx. Rockets are not gonna. It's gonna hit the shield mostly, the rocket. You don't want that. So something with precision, like if you want to use a different heavy than what I'm using, or if you haven't done the raid to get that heavy, I would use machine gun. Probably not even grenade launcher. I would stay away from grenade launcher and rockets for this one because it's just not gonna do. Plus, it has some range at the boss, and you want to have something that can hit hard, heavy wise, for range. Now, you will see the void shields, but because this is another reason why we're rocking Tekin Bow, because you can do the hip fire that locks on and starts burning them, and then if you zoom in and shoot them, 2 hits will knock the void shield no matter what. So, next thing, the overloads are kind of a real bitch. See how bad the Scions wrecked me, because there's so many of them, and it's just like almost insta kill. Almost insta kills you. But so that's why another reason to Tekin. Tekin just benefits this lost sector ultra immensely, amazingly. Like, it's just gonna make it a hell of a lot easier for you to clear this lost sector. And also, if you want to see the rules of this line rifle fusion, I got rewind and surrounding. It's like a C roll on Late GG, but I like the rewind rounds because you hit crits, it keeps restoring ammo, so it's pretty good. Now, just try to do what I do, but at the same time, like, your goal is to get rid of as many Scions as you can in that purple health enemy up there. I think it's Alkali. But once you get rid of the Alkali up there and most of the Scions, you can make a jump for it, and I would tangle him in the Strand like that. The overload, but remember, when they're tangled, they still will heal. So you want to maybe do a hip fire, burn them, and then make a run for it. Or if you're using a line rifle fusion or something that can hit them, you can finish them there. Remember, when you're dodging, like doing the dive for Strand, not to make sure you're pointed in the right direction when you do the dive, unlike me at that time. Oh, and when you go to stun those, make sure, see how I waited till I hit him once, waited till he turned around to stun him, so I can hit that crit point. That's very important. These unstops are the most annoying unstops ever, because their shield wall protects them immensely. But that's why I can't stress enough about this lost sector and making sure you have a heavy that's going to hit them hard and a crit, because anything else is just going to be wasted damage. It's going to be invulnerable to the shield. Because, like, when a rocket hits it, because the shield's pretty much covering half his body, majority of his body, it's just gonna absorb all that damage and make it immune. So he's barely gonna even take any damage if you're using a rocket. Trust me, I'd love to use Galley in this and just wreck shit, but it's not gonna work in this lost sector. And the helmets are up for grabs, by the way. But I put the picture of it on there. Anything that goes too fast in the beginning, menus if you want to pause it, that's fine. That's what I usually do when I watch videos. So this part, you want to stay back as much as possible. You'll see I move up a little. I get a little too prematurely move up. You want to thin as many edges as you can, and anything with void shields on, you want to destroy them before you move up. And as far as the overload goes, if it's bothering you, keep stunning it, because you could do the hip fire where it locks on and burns them. You could just keep doing that because that will still stun them. Because the name of the game is kill all the scions as quickly as possible, because you don't want to keep multiplying at this part. And then see, I keep locking on, zooming out, and then just flipping it. I always look up a little bit so I know that the arrows aren't going to like hit a wall or a pillar when I shoot all three of them. When I'm shooting that far. I've just always done it. It's always worked out for the best that way. Okay, so now the boss is coming, so I was trying to take care of that, and I was like, you know what? I got to take care of these ads. But see, I moved up too quickly. I should have, when the boss spawned, I should have backed up. And I should have been diving a lot more. I am using the 6 of Coyotes. I'll probably use that majority of the season on Lost Sectors, that chest plate. It's very useful. So here I'm like, because the boss, it is a solar surge, which means surge, the word surge replaced burn. So just try to remember that. I'm trying to get used to saying surge instead of burn. But yeah, the burn is solar. See, did it right there. So you don't want to get hit by that too many times. And then you just keep working your way back again, just like you did before the boss spawn. Or just like I did, sorry. Keep working your way through it. Oh, make sure you avoid taking stasis, because as you see in the modifiers, that has 25% extra take damage threats, because the threat is the burn. It's essentially for just you. Like, it's not the burn that goes outward, because the surges are the burns. It's a little bit backwards now, because there's a surge, which is what you want to rock subclass wise, but I've seen that the void's up. There's actually 3 surges in this lost sector, which is nice. Void's always a good option, but I like playing with Strand. Void probably would have been a better choice. I didn't even use my super again. I'm back to that again. But pretty soon you'll see me running these lost sectors without dying again. I'm almost at that light level point. Because right now, being like, I think 10 or 15 low, light compared to this activity, you got to be a little more careful. Always play cautious if you're low light. And you got to watch this. You'll see him, look, he starts teleporting. Even though he's not stunned, but he wasn't healing either, so. But see, this I demonstrate how, even though he's tangled, he can still heal. See, look, there he is healing. I wanted to show you guys that. But see, and then also your hip fire. I'm sure y'all have used Tekin in a legendary lost sector. It'll keep stunning them, just like La Monarchy. That's the other option. You could rock Void and pretty much the same build I have here, except for the Void Line Rifle Fusion and replace Tekin with La Monarchy. Essentially the same build, just different archetypes. You could use that too in this lost sector. But that's it. Easy lost sector if you do it right. Just don't get overwhelmed by the scions. Go out, get your helmets for the hunter. By the way, that helmet is very nice. I'm going to do some builds on it, but I'm still kind of playing around with Strand. That's why I keep rocking Strand out Legendary Lost Sector, no matter what it is. But please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Hope this helps, and I'll see you out there, Guardians. Octane out.